An article from The Atlantic once said that there's a puzzling gap between how old we are and how old we think we are. For instance, I may be 25, but in my head, I'm still an idealistic and energetic 19-year-old who's a sophomore in college. Many people my age might provide a similar answer, and while studies consider this a sign of optimism, I'm sure we can agree that this gives us a sense of hopelessness. Like me, my fellow members of Gen Z are grappling with rising job insecurity, rapid technological shifts, political conflicts, and looming climate disasters. On top of our own personal problems, mind you. Yet we feel less equipped than ever to handle them, a phenomenon normally described as the quarter life crisis. This is something I talk about in my latest column. Hi, I'm Angel, and I'm the writer behind Generations on PhilSTAR Life, where I dissect Gen Z behaviors and trends weekly. It's important to note that we are not the first demographic to undergo such a phase. The midlife crisis, its more popular predecessor, has long inspired career pivots, impulse purchases, and even extramarital affairs. Millennials are even responsible for changing the age of reassessment from 40 to 25. And yet, none of them can completely relate to Gen Z's unique set of unfortunate circumstances. As usual, the pandemic is to blame. COVID-19 didn't just rob us of our youth, it also eroded the concept of traditional timelines and milestones. Our childhood dreams, which were a product of parental expectations and media reinforcement, were suddenly not within our reach. This does not bode well for our generation, which sees our careers as a long-standing source of purpose. There's also much to be said about growing up on social media. Our elders only had to compare what they wanted to be and who they actually became. But we now also have to contend with where everyone else is and what they could possibly have to say about our position in life. One quick look through my Facebook feed already prescribes a multiplicity of possible life paths. I see some batchmates who are in between jobs and others in middle management positions, some who have yet to enter a relationship and others who are already married with kids. Rather than empower us, we can't help but feel overwhelmed by our options and disappointed for our past selves and the dreams that they harbored. While those who came before us will never really know what we're up against, it's comforting to remember that they've survived similar situations. Here are some tips I gathered from industry experts and members of other generations. First, instead of constantly looking to other people's standards of success, we must recenter the most important character in our lives, ourselves. Culture transformation coach Elisa Corpus says that rather than set that we should be married by 30, for example, we must interrogate what we hold dear at this stage of our lives and what we can realistically do as an immediate next step. Next, amid these systemic sources of instability, it pays to have something, anything that can anchor us. This could be our faith or our personal principles, but also something as simple as exercise routines that we enjoy or journaling sessions before we go to sleep. Basically, any ritual that allows us to regain control of our lives. Most importantly, we must accept that the quarter life crisis isn't something that neatly wraps itself up after our 30s. In the age of instant gratification and online curation, I must say it's been most freeing for me to accept that my path was never meant to be modeled after another's. That everything I went through happened at my own pace when I was ready to face them. Because yes, my life may be messy and muddled, but it's mine, and that's all that matters.